Okay, boys and girls, this is like the 5th time I've done the screen recording. Let's see if this can be the last. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use GitHub. Very basic stuff. I'm going to show you how to make. You're going to sign on GitHub, you're going to do stuff, and then you're going to find out how to access NixStash, because that's the important part. Okay, so you want to sign up on GitHub. I've already done so. You want to sign up, you want to make sure you verify your email address, or there will be commit/load issues. So do that now. And then when you come back, pause me, come back when you finish that. So you want to sign up, and you want to have your email address verified. Okay? Come back when you're done. Okay, so congratulations. You did that. Came back, you're done. I already did that, so I'm going to sign in. Sign in, and you're going to come up to this page, right? This is going to be your start page. Ignore this for right now. You don't have this, right? So how do you get there? So this is Nix stuff right here. I know that from there's other Blue Lights on there, but Project Blue Light has Nick Segretti on it. I'm not sure if that's your last name, Nick, if I pronounce that correctly, but that's Nix stuff. I was pointing at the screen, realizing you can't see if I point on the screen. So this is Nix project, right, from Project Blue Light. So that's us. But before we do that, we're going to want to set up Git on your desktop, right? So you want to click on this. So I'm sorry, I keep doing that. I've done this 5 times. So you're going to click on that cat, this one. It's going to open up a new window to here. You're going to come down to setting up Git from the line 1 right here, GitHub desktop. Click on that. It's going to bring up here. You want Windows or Mac. You're going to download. Finish that. Do all the defaults. There's no special thing to access, or when I did it, there was nothing special to access. Just do the default download, and then when you're done, unpause and come back. So congratulations, you downloaded GitHub on the thing. It's pretty straightforward, right? And you're done. So now we're going to come back to GitHub, because now you have Git. So what do you do with it, right? So you can X out right now, because I already downloaded it, but you just download, it's probably open. It's a bunch of garbage, because you don't know what to do at the moment. So we're going to come up here. So how do we find Nix stuff? So we want to look for like Project Blue Light. Maybe press enter twice, I don't know why, and then here we go. So we found this Project Blue Light, Nick Segretti, right? I'm going to click on it. So look at this, 2D platformer template by Nick Segretti about 10 days ago, readme. Perfect, right? So now you want to watch, because that's going to come important later. And now, so you come to Nix stuff, you're going to watch, you're going to minimize out everything, and now you want to come to this cat. So you should have got this when you downloaded, and if you didn't, well, if there's troubleshoots, just, you can shoot me an email and I'll help you through it. But so, you should have this, like the basic download should get you here. And then before we start this, I want to make sure to all of you that you should all have Unity 5.0. If you want to do anything, you should make sure you have Unity, the newest Unity 5.0, or else nothing's going to work when you open up Unity. All the schools should have the updated version. Just make sure your computers do, because I was using my desktop, and when I opened it, there were issues and stuff. So make sure you have the latest one, because Unity will cause many problems unless you have the correct version setting, or a lesser version through a higher version, but you can't go the opposite way. So anyways, so here it says, what's this, right? Ignore that. Okay. Here is your little window. So you might have this already open, so just come back to this then. And then we want Nix stuff, right, on our computer. So this is an app on the computer that accesses GitHub. So we're going to click on this little plus arrow, and we're going to clone. So we don't want to create anything, right? And we could add stuff, but we just want to clone. And we're going to clone the stuff that we're watching right now, Project Blue Light, onto the computer. And you can add it to wherever your wishes desire. If you use Perforce, you can use the same Perforce area. I know Nick hates Perforce, but I'm just using examples that I know. So I'm going to just go on to desktop, because I don't want to spend an hour looking for something in a different C drive every time. It's going to download all these folders, boom, 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 and now on your desktop, so you see right here on mine, it spawned. And I'm going to click on it, and here you go. This is Nix stuff. So this is Nix project on your computer. And I'm going to open it up via scene. hopefully get this within 7 minutes this time. I've been trailing 10 for some like errors. So Unity 5 is going to boot up. Again, you can pause and wait. If yours is going to take a little longer, mine might take shorter because I've done this like 5 times already. So I'm going to wait. You can pause and come back. Okay, so good. You did that. You got Unity 5 open. You should have this. If not, there's some other problems, but I just want to make this a quick reference video. This should be working if you have the newest Unity 5.0 and then you opened it right. Okay, so then we're going to console. There's going to be this stuff. Do not worry about this. This is just I'm pretty sure this is Nick's project settings area that are transferring over GitHub onto my Unity, which has a different project setting, or it should have the same. This might just be from GitHub, just from transferring files over. But watch this. I'm going to clear. Nothing pops up. I'm going to play. Look at that. Game works. My guy follows me. I can jump. I can Mario on this guy. I'm going to come over here to the thing. The game works, right? So now you have the game on your desktop. And now you're going to change some stuff, right? So really quick, so this is on here. This will not be on here for you, so please ignore it. So this is under enemies, right? The script enemies right here. So like if I click in here, it'll right here. Like, please ignore this. This is my thing that I added last time. I'm not sure if it's on Nick's now, but it shouldn't be. But this is another thing. So I'm going to create a C script. I'm going to call it test. I'm going to show, so I'm going to just do this really quick, but I'll explain why this got on here. So that's on here. So let's say that's all I wanted. So I added this test program, or whatever. This could be some important program that Doris needed, or we talked about in class, and it was agreed that we need this. If we didn't have it, the game wouldn't be complete. So we're going to do that. I'm going to save, right? I'm going to save everything. Save project, save scene. Exit out. Does it. Out here, and we're going to come back to our window. So now we've done that, and we have some stuff added, right? So now we want to like give it to Nick. So we're going to make a pull request. There might be something on here that says commit. Never, ever, ever click on commit unless it's your repository, which we may make one later, and I'll do an example on that. But this is Nick's stuff, okay? So like, I clicked on commit accidentally, and that's how that file, that C# code came up on that thing. And I'm not sure if it's in Nick's code or not, but you should never click commit, because committing is like personally changing something of Nick's stuff. And I'm not sure if it asks him or not. I'm just scared that I actually may have changed something and messed up Nick's stuff. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because GitHub wouldn't be popular if you could easily just screw up someone's project like that. But anyways, the button you want to click is up here, this pull request. You want to pull request, which is asking Nick to merge your two files together to create a new file. So like if I click on this, it's going to ask him to add in the test file that we just created. So I'm adding in a new C# item for the spawn follower. And the description is, this is for that video. So you could do, so this is just for a more detailed description, and this is just for like exec thing. You know, like I have 1 minute to go through this stuff to see what's going on. I don't want to read this whole description unless there's an error. Otherwise, I just want to read this part right here. That's going to give me the whole thing. So I'm going to send the pull request. This should not fail. Yes. Thank Jesus. Okay, so I had mono develop up last time, and it was giving me verified failed. And I have no idea why until I finished the video, found out mono develop was open. And oh Jesus, Unity, come on, you got to give me a break. Okay, so now we're going to go to GitHub, right? And now we're going to see this, right? It should be here somewhere. Pull request. Look at this. There's one open. Who is that from? Add a new C# item for spawn character. Oh, look, it's from me. Isn't that crazy? It's for that video. And now I can add some other stuff, and Nick can come into here, and I believe he has the power to merge it together. But this is what this is. So you always want to click pull. There should be like a thing up here from people telling what you're adding in and whatnot for the main file. And that is it, people. So that came up. So that's in Nick's. So like when Nick comes on, he's going to have like a pull request here. Right? Yep, it's still there. I don't know why it's not showing on that one page. He will be able to pull in files to his thing, and thus creating the game. So like any updates for the game need be. And that is the video. I'm just trying to think. It's still going to run for a bit. thoughts on this. I'm not sure. I mean, we could probably, so this is, right, master blue. I'm going to come into here, assets, scripts, enemies. Yeah, so you see in Nix, I think it's just for my profile related for some reason, but that other code isn't in here. So I think it's probably going to ask him if it's okay to commit anyways. But you shouldn't click commit regardless. The proper method of doing this, there should be pull requests. There should be pull requests coming in to merge files together. So in this case, it's the main file with your merged file, which should be unchanged, and the only thing changed should be the one thing. I'm not sure if any of the errors will come. This is basic though. So you have all of the assets needed to start your GitHub, access files from Nix repository. And the reason why we didn't create our own repository is because, again, we're accessing Nix. Nix already has all this, so creating our own repository is a little redundant. And we'll discuss this later. And there will be arguments on the other side. Like, you may want your own repository so you can work on your own personalized game off of Nix stuff, which is fine, and we can do that. This is just accessing Nix stuff and asking to change it for like the main game sort of thing. And if this video is good and you guys like it, I'll make another one showing creating a repository for yourself, adding in the file, which shouldn't be too hard. That's just a matter of copying and whatnot. Yeah, but this is basic. So if we have any more stuff we want to learn, which I'm assuming is going to be create your own repository and branching. Branching also seems kind of redundant because it's going to be, unless you're creating something that's unique. So like, for example, what we're talking about in class where we're going to make maybe some different games. So that might be relevant, but for right now, this is just to get Nix stuff onto your computer and you can change it and add to it for a different folder. But even if we make new forks, you'd have to probably create your own repository. So I'll look into that. I might make a video tomorrow, but this is basic. This is just getting up on GitHub, finding Nix stuff, accessing Nix stuff, and then being able to pull request to Nick to create new stuff for the game on the master file, basically. That's it. Okay. So I ranted a little there at the end, and that should be it. And goodbye.